Yo, before we start this episode off, I want to give a huge shout out to Talk with Dev. He started making music, so we're going to show a snippet of his song before we start this episode off.
Dude told me she proud of me, that's all that really matter. Stupid bitch done broke my heart and it done really shattered. Growing on and moving up, so it don't really matter though. Nah, I said it don't. My heart just in a hearse, I feel like won't love again. I can tell you one thing, I won't do drugs. Said I won't do drugs again. It's sad to say, but safe to say I figured out. It wasn't love, it was truly lust. And I was fully stuck off that foolish stuff. I just opened up and I sold up. I put these pain up in my songs and I just wrote some more.
All praise to the Most High, y'all. Welcome back to another episode, Life Unfiltered, man. Episode 18. You feel me? We got special guests back with us again. You feel me? But go ahead, bro. Introduce yourself.
Episode 18, like my boy Eliyahu said. Shout out to Bree for joining us once again. We got something deep once again. The gender disconnect, the divide, and we're gonna get into it deeply. So shout out to Bree for joining once again. We're gonna get into it. What you got to say, Bree?
I'm opening it up. Okay. I just feel like the script or what we know as gender norms are starting to get swapped.
Right.
Like for some men, not speaking. Now, when I speak this, I'm speaking general. I know not all men or not all women fall into what I'm about to say. Exactly. But there are some men who are starting to become more feminine in a sense, like less what we know of as masculine. Right. And then there are women who are becoming more masculine and less feminine.
Right.
And it's just crazy. You know, our parents growing up and they're telling us about their love stories and even the old love story movies, you know. You can see how the roles were kind of set, and now it's completely swapped.
Yeah, something that bothers me deeply, and I'll never get over. And we can argue, we can disconnect all we want when it comes to this. A man will ask a woman, "Can you cook?" And she'll say, "Can you build a house?" Bruh. Where is the correlation? That doesn't work. You know, when it comes to dating in Generation Z, there's a lot of ups and downs, and I encourage people just to find themselves. How we were speaking on last episode, kind of just find yourself sitting back and just scoping everything out. Continue to build and do what you're doing on your own. You know, I dropped a video on solitude, and that's just not. You know how people make it like kind of trendy to be a loner? No, not that, but being able to accomplish things on your own. Solitude, you know, being on a lonely road. Sometimes that is the best road. So I encourage people to find themselves before they get into a relationship, because in Generation Z, it's difficult. When it comes to social media, a lot of people looking at other relationships. That's another disconnect. Other relationships, why are you even doing that? Or looking for advice through the internet. And some advice is good advice, but some people don't even take their own advice. But some advice is good advice, right? But we know what isn't. I just feel like there's a huge disconnect. Life Unfiltered, we're closing in on 5 minutes, somewhere there. We're not there yet, but we thank you for pulling up. Bree joined us once again. Go tap into the last episode. She was on her first episode. Talked about her college experience. We talked about it all, though, just to feel me. We do it all, man. Life Unfiltered. We appreciate y'all. We're taking over 2025, as we always say. Comment down below if you want to get on the panel. And it's a big disconnect. But at the same time, it's not all bad. It's not all bad, right? But there's a disconnect, and we all see it through social media, through our everyday lives. All that.
I think the disconnect starts in your household. You feel me? If your parents got disconnected, you most likely gonna have a disconnect, because a lot of people are literally copies of their parents and what's in their household and their environment. You feel me? So it's like you said, man, that question, like, can you cook? Can you build a house? Like, does it make sense? Like, you know what I mean? That doesn't make sense at all. Like, cooking is something that's simple, because who wants to be with a female that can't cook? You know what I mean? You coming home from work or she can't cook. At the same time, you're not gonna be cooking the meals by yourself. And Bree, I see you making faces. You're like making faces.
Okay, so
how do you feel about that?
So as a woman who can cook but doesn't always enjoy it, I just feel like, of course, when I'm married, like, I want to cook for my husband. I feel like that's okay, but I just feel that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. I'm gonna like be careful with my words here, but I feel as if you guys are saying it as if like, oh, that's what a woman's supposed to do, and I can argue and say like in some instances, yeah, but I feel like not only should the woman know how to cook, but the man should too. Cooking is a basic life skill. You know, what were you doing the whole time before you met the woman? I hope you were cooking for yourself. So I never heard somebody say after or would respond with, "Oh, can you build a house?" I don't know where that came from. I never heard that. But if a man asked me if I could cook, my question would be, "Can you lead? Can you provide?
Oh,
can you be a man?"
And that's definitely a good take at it. I just feel like that's just why is there even need to be a disconnect? Like, why is that the response when a man says, "Can you cook?" And that was just like from some other podcasts. I think Lotto said it, and a lot of young ladies look up to her. A lot of young ladies look up to her, but Lotto said that. She's like, "Are you a traditional man?" I'm just like, bruh, what? That doesn't even add up. It's more like, can you change a light? Can you change a tire? That would make more sense.
Yeah.
Not just so. That's why I just feel like not all women, like how you said, it's not just all men, all women, but I feel like women want to combat the kings, and that's why they just want to combat them. They want to say, "Oh, well, can you do this?" It's not even that. It's just like a simple question that you took to heart. That you try, and it's like a lot of women are, like I said, they look at social media and then they start to belittle someone else that doesn't have that money.
Yeah.
That's why men, and then when they don't want to spend a lot of money on the girl, they're broke. When really, why would they do that when you're bashing? You didn't pass the temperature check with the temperature check. You know what I'm saying? They had the money, but since you want to say, "Oh, you're this, you're that," like a lot of women, not all, but are calling men out based on things that shouldn't. Why are they being called out on that? And like me and him, we're 21. You are 20.
Oh, I'm 19.
19, right? 19, turning 20.
Not yet.
Turning 20, right? And turning 20.
Yes. This year, not yet.
In our life, we're not supposed to just be, like I said, finding ourselves. We're not supposed to be dropping all this money on this person, and we're not supposed to be doing that. And a lot of women expect, like, there's people, I don't even know what it is, like, that's in their minds, like, but I see people on social media. That's why it's good to fast for social media, but they're talking about this and this and that. I'm like I don't need glasses and I'm squinting. I'm trying to make sure I'm reading the things right. I'm seeing the things right, because it doesn't really make sense. Like, a lot of takes are wild, but like, I like the way Bree's looking at things. I like the way my dog Eliyahu was looking at things. Life Unfiltered. How y'all feel about the disconnect in the? I feel like it's Generation Z, but there was probably a disconnect in every. I don't know. Was it easier? Was it more difficult before the social media era? I feel like it was probably easy. I don't know, but it's just like, let us know. Life Unfiltered, whatever age, kings or queens, we appreciate y'all for tapping in. We're closing in on 10 minutes. Let us know if you want to hop on a panel. Let us know if you disagree with anything we say, because we don't think we know more than you. We're speaking on this, what we look, how we just look at it. You get me? Like, thank you for tapping in. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Bree. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, you go ahead. I didn't.
Okay. I was gonna say, I feel like a lot of people have like unrealistic expectations, and they can't, like, they'll expect you to buy certain things for them, but it's like, can you buy that for yourself? Like, do you have enough money to do that for yourself, or you just want money from me because you can't get it? You know what I mean? A lot of people, like, I don't know what it is. It's just a disconnect between male and female, and I don't think it's just the generation. I think that's just how it is in reality. And it's like, it shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? We should be coming together, connecting, and especially when it comes to not just like simple things like cooking, stuff like that. When it comes to like emotions, right? When men want to express their emotions, it's like you're weak when you try to talk about your emotions. Then the female wants you, of course, to listen to her, how she feels and everything. But it's not always like that, Bree. It's not always like that.
But that's a good take.
I know, Bree. Go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
Okay, y'all are hurting me here. I'm trying to. I don't mean to like cut you guys off, but y'all are hurting me here. But honestly, I understand. I mean, I'm not a man, but some of my female friends, they do kind of act like what you guys are saying, and I feel for you guys.
Yeah.
But I will say, not all of us are like that, especially considering when you were talking about, I just want to touch on a few things, just going back to when you said, when a man asks a woman, can she cook, and then she gets defensive. I feel like, if you can ask me a question, I should be able to ask you one. I'll answer. Can I cook? Right. Yes. Okay, now it's my turn to ask you a question. Some women might take it as a defense thing, but if you're just genuinely trying to get to know that person, right, their skill set, what they're good at, if I ask you a question back, there should be no, oh my goodness, she's being defensive. Oh my, you should just be able to, let's be adults here,
Facts.
And for the, kind of forgot what I said, but to counter what you said, Eli, about the, men's emotions, unfortunately, I feel for you guys, because that's social norms. Unfortunately, society is like, oh, a man can't express his feelings or be
Mm-hmm.
weak, stuff like that. And, I think that comes down to making sure that you really know the woman that you're interested in. Because there are some women who will be like, hey, I want to be that safe space for you. Period. All women should be a safe space for men, and men should be a safe space for women. I believe that's how it's supposed to go. But at the end of the day, I think it's down to each gender to make sure they really get to know the opposite, to make sure that they're picking the right person that aligns with their morals. I think that's the best way to combat that. But yeah,
I would definitely say it depends on the woman or the man that you're messing with. Like if they really genuinely care for you, then they'll want to listen to what you got going on and your emotions that help you grow and build. But if they don't really care and they're using you for most likely, sex or something different, then that's where the big disconnect comes in. It's like, oh, I really don't care about all that. That's a little too deep. I'm just here for one purpose only. And I feel like that's what we have wrong in this generation. It's like people just want one thing out of a person, and that's not how you're supposed to live. Like, it's more than physical, y'all. That's why we keep talking about it's more than physical. You feel me? It's deep. It's way deeper than that. But people don't understand. They want to be stuck at one place in life and comfortable and not learn anything. And that's the disconnect we have, because people want to think that, oh, this person's saying that, this person's saying that. Like Lotto, like you said, Lotto. I mean, I mess with Lotto, you know what I'm saying? But she is wrong for that. Like, can you change the tire? Like, are you a traditional man? What's a traditional man in your sense? Someone else might have a different point of view. A whole different definition for what a traditional. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like different point of views you can't really listen to. You gotta take the meat and spit out the bones. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta take in what they're saying a little bit and listen and take out the great things or simple things that make sense to you. But yeah, I feel like it's just a big disconnect, y'all. Life Unfiltered. We passed 10 minutes now, y'all. Yes. Like we said, you want to come hop on the panel, man, let us know. Don't be scared. We got Bree on here for the second time. We appreciate you, Bree. Thank you very much. And but
gems are being dropped left and right. Let us know if you disagree or agree, like Eliyahu said. But back to the emotional part and speaking on emotions, on the relationship type vibe. That's why a lot of people are stepping away from it, because one person that they felt actually was a safe space that they dealt and had plenty of time with, it ended up not being a safe place anymore. And that was someone they actually got to know. You get what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people are even scared to step back into a relationship. And I get that. And that's why I said it's good to know who you are outside of that. And there's no rush. Like how I said, you're not even 20 yet. We're both 21. It's like there's time to figure out who you are.
100%. And I just feel like figuring out who we are doesn't stop. We're going to continually, as we get older, go through our lives, learn more and more about ourselves. But back to what you were saying about the emotional connection and then that connection being broken. Unfortunately, I just feel like the world right now, it's like when somebody hurts you, whether it was intentionally or unintentionally, they turn around and go hurt somebody else.
And that's never the way to go.
And I just... guys, we have to learn to forgive. We shouldn't take baggage, and when whoever did you wrong, we shouldn't take that and drop it on somebody new, especially someone innocent. That had no one. Now, I'm not attesting to revenge either. That's not okay either. But it's not. You're supposed to be the bigger person, and plus, you walk away more mature, and you feel better about yourself because you're not swooping down to their level.
In the long run, exactly.
Don't let anyone break you out of your character. You're better than that.
That's a gem. That is a gem. Shout out to Bree for pulling back up on us. This is her second episode. Like, listen to what she's saying. Listen to what we're saying. Like, we don't do it to gross the most amount of money. That's not what we're doing it for. But we're going to reach thousands, and that's what we speak on. And that's what we speak into fruition. And you can do the same exact thing in whatever facet of your life, whatever it is. That's what we speak on as well. Just motivation, anything. So, yeah, Bree, we appreciate you once again. We're getting into it, though. Like I always say, 20, 25 minutes, 30 if you guys get lucky. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Life Unfiltered, episode 18. The disconnect between genders, whatever it may be, kings and queens. I feel like in our community, we bash each other way too much. There's a lot of judgment, way too in our and I'm not saying other races and other communities don't deal with it, but why? And the relationships play a part in that too. So it's like, dang. That's closing in on that 15-minute mark. Comment down below if you want. I'm not going to force you, so I can't do that. But
Yeah, like I said earlier, the disconnect is definitely like household and everything.
Yeah,
And like you were saying, like it's
100%.
our community. And when you look at other communities, like they get along a little better, but you can't really tell from the outside looking in. You can't really tell, you know what I mean? But we could talk about our community all day and what we see going on, you feel me? And like you said, a lot of people, they take that hurt and pain and put it on somebody else. And they don't know that it's damaging themselves even more than it's damaging the person they're hurting. And it's like people are just walking around a bunch of broken spirits, like broken souls, and it's like they're not helping themselves, and they just keep damaging more people. And it's like you can't, I don't know, I'm not gonna say you can't come back from that, but it's like the more people you hurt, that just makes you look less of a man, or you know what I mean, like less of a good person in general doing that. And it's like I don't understand why people do that. You're supposed to take that hurt and that pain and learn who you are and continue to grow in who you are and stay true to your image, right? It's all about the image thing. And it's like people don't want to do that. They rather just hurt. I'm sad. This person cheated on me, so that means I got to cheat on the next one, or I think that the next one's going to cheat on me. Like they don't want to switch what they got going through. You know what I mean? It's hard to deal with, but you can get through it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard, but if you really want to, you can get through it and get better and improve. But a lot of people don't want to do it. But,
exactly, bro. And kings and queens, getting to know someone, you know, a little bit of money may have to be spent, but money aside, all the materialistic things aside, actually truly get to know this person before you actually want to build and take that next step, right? Because when you're putting everything else first, all the materialistic things, what someone can do for you, it's never going to work out in the long run, especially when you're counting favors. Don't do any of that, right? Genuinely get to know somebody. If you're ready, like how I said, it's easier when you take your time. It's easier when you find that person just on your path, just going along in life, right? Don't force anything in this life, kings and queens. Life on Social, episode 18. We appreciate y'all deeply.
I always heard that, you know, I know it's really hard to wait for a relationship. Like everyone wants one. It's kind of glorified at this point. Valentine's Day is coming up, you know. But I'm sorry. But I'm just saying this to say it's so much pure. It's so much of a better experience if you just let it happen. It'll surprise you. It'll be a good person. You won't have to put too much effort for it, you know?
Facts.
So much better if you're patient. It is worth the wait, 100%.
Patient, yeah. I like that. I like the patient word when it comes to that. Facts.
Y'all will see this video on Valentine's Day, too. Not playing.
Imagine. I mean, somebody might, if you think about it.
Yeah, I'm saying it's uploading on Valentine's Day, you know what I mean? Like, all that. So y'all be ready for it.
So just to piggyback off what you were saying earlier, Eli, about the broken souls just walking around, and it's sad, but it's true. There are a lot of broken souls, but I feel like the best way, in my opinion, not trying to push any norms onto anyone,
right?
Best opinion to heal your soul really is to have a relationship with Yahweh, with the Father. You know, the man upstairs. He truly loves and cares for each and every one of us, no matter what we've done, no matter what we're going to do. And he's there. He's there. He wants us to lay our troubles at his feet.
Omnipresent.
And he's God, and he'll fix it all. But in order for him to fix it all, we have to trust him, get to know him, you know? He'll repair your soul.
No, I definitely want to second that. I just feel like a lot of people, like the lost souls word, that it's like, no matter, a lot of people use coping mechanisms, and that's clearly not going to work. But fall back to your therapy, which should be Yah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people look to man sometimes, and that doesn't always work because man deals with the same issues. You have to understand that man deals with the same issues. That's kind of my 2 cents on, just to piggyback off. Right? So, life on film.
Yeah, I'll say definitely don't look for man's advice or man to help you, because man sins, and you know man is evil. So man's always going to put their own outlook of things, or how you should live or how you should do things or cope with things. But in reality, you got to read the word, right? Go to the Most word, look at his laws, statutes, commandments he has put down for us, right? If you follow those things and follow the things he has set for us in life, you'll be happy. You'll genuinely find happiness. You'll find the right things for you in life. You'll go down the right path in life, right? Especially relationship wise, we talked about that. Broken souls, when it comes to you getting heartbroken or losing a friend or anything like that happening, It's for a reason. It's character development. We say it every episode, character development, right? It's very important, right? You're going to go through that. If you don't go through that, you're going to be stuck in life thinking that life is all la 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 la, walk in the park, but it's not.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. We were fortunate to learn it at a young age. A lot of people don't get it until late 20s, you know what I mean? When they go through that divorce or getting cheated on, you know what I mean? It's sad, but I'm happy that I got it happen at a young age. I'm pretty sure they are too, you know what I mean? Experience to help you all out and everything, but yeah, make sure you stay in the Most High's presence. You know what I mean?
Please.
He shines through you. Be the light that shines through the darkness, y'all. You feel me? Life unfiltered.
Exactly. And no one said it was going to be easy. So we're just speaking like, oh, it's easy. No, it's not. But just trust your feet, please. What? Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, just to add, it's like it won't be easy, but it won't always be easier, but you will have a better time getting through what you have to go through because you know that support is always there for you. A support that is way better than we can even fathom. We can imagine. Just knowing that you have somebody there that's not going to let you fall. You may slip, but he's not going to let you fall.
Yeah.
W.
That was good.
Life Unfiltered, the disconnect between gender role, everybody. The disconnect between everybody. I'm not even going everybody. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Talk with Dev.
Yes, sir, y'all. It's your boy Eliyahu, y'all. If you want to come up here on the panel, join us. You feel me? Bree's been up here twice. You feel me? People have been up here twice too. You feel me? Great guests, wonderful guests. We're happy to have them. You feel me? Thank you, Bree, once again, coming up here with us. It's your boy Eliyahu, y'all. Go check out our episodes we got. Bree, you got anything to say?
No, just thank you for having me again.
No problem, y'all. All right, guys. Life Unfiltered. We out of here. Peace.